Good afternoon, White Plains. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for taking some time out of your day today, either to join us right now live or maybe you're watching at another time that's a little bit more convenient for you. But I'm really happy to be here and spend some time with you and share with you what I think are some important updates and also some thank yous. And the first thing I want to do is wish everybody in the White Plains City School District community a very happy holiday, healthy holiday. And we certainly all here, everybody from the Board of Education to everyone in the school district, wishes you and your families all of the very best. Um, in that regard, remember tonight at 5:30 p.m. at Tibbetts Park is the White Plains menorah lighting. So if you're able to join us there, please feel free to come by and celebrate together. And of course, moving into after Friday, we'll be moving into the holiday recess for all of our Tigers through next week to return on January 3rd. So hope everybody has a very happy and healthy holiday and everybody is safe and enjoys themselves. We recognized our scholar athletes at our last Board of Education meeting in the month of December, and I just want to give another huge shout out to all of our Tigers who did an enormous job, a wonderful job in terms of keeping their grades super duper high while at the same time performing extraordinarily in their sports. So congratulations, Tigers, and of course congratulations to our parents and guardians who support them, as well as our coaches and all the coaching staff who makes everything possible for our students as well. Holiday performances have been ongoing throughout the month of December, and maybe some of you have been able to join us at one or maybe even more, depending upon the number of schools and grade levels your children are in. The kids did a great job. And of course, all of our music teachers and everybody who works to support those efforts, thank you as well for showcasing extraordinary talent that our children have. And even here at Education House, we were visited by our musicians and treated to a nice performance here as they traveled around the community. So a big shout out again to our Highlands musicians for doing all of that great work. PTA, can't say enough about our PTA, and thank you to all of who have been supporting the PTA and joining the PTA. We had a great turnout for this year's holiday craft fair at White Plains High School, and of course all of the programming and efforts that go along with all the great work that the PTA has been doing. So thanks everybody in the PTA, and if you haven't joined, please, there's still time, you can join anytime. Also want to just mention that the holidays, while it should be, we hope, is a fun time, stressful, but a fun time. For some, it's really more stress than it is fun. And if you're experiencing any type of difficulty at home, if you're having any difficulty in terms of the holidays, just in general, please know that you can reach out to us here at school. We are happy to help and support our families in any way that we are able. Even if it's something that you think, well, maybe the school can't do anything about it, even if you just need somebody to talk to, maybe bounce some ideas off of, we're here. And if we don't have the answer, we're happy to try to find the people who do. So please know that if you're struggling with anything this holiday season and we can be helpful, you need only reach out, and we're happy to be there in any way that we can. Health and wellness is on everybody's minds, and you should have received, and I'm sure you did, notification that we have COVID-19 test kits available for all of our families to be able to have at home, to be able to test either during the holiday or certainly before we come back after the holiday recess, to make sure that everybody is in tip-top shape, feeling healthy and well, and not coming back to school and spreading COVID-19 or any other illness. And folks have been doing a great job in trying to identify when our children aren't feeling well and keeping them home. Same thing with adults. It's not easy during cold and flu season, to be sure, but at the same time, it is really important. It's really important to remember that, you know, in all of the thousands of families in our school community, many have issues of potential health concerns that might be at home, and it's really important for their children to be able to come to school and, to the extent possible, minimize picking something up at school and then bringing it home, maybe to a sibling who is immunocompromised or maybe to a family member who's immunocompromised. So if we can all do our part to make sure that we're only coming to school when we're not sick, that will go a long way to reducing any secondary contacts or maybe any concerns that families have with bringing home illness. Now, I know it's not possible to pinpoint exactly where a cold or a flu might rise up. But at the same time, if we're staying home when we're not feeling well, that'll go a long way to reducing the potential spread of illness in our schools. So thanks very much for your continued vigilance there. And certainly if you have any questions about health or wellness, you can reach out to your child's school nurse, or you can reach out to us here, and we'll be happy to support you and get you the answers that you need. Holiday homework. I want to thank all of our faculty and staff for their assistance here. We are really doing all that we can to make sure that our children can spend as much quality time with their families during holiday recesses as possible. We want to minimize the amount of homework that's assigned during all holiday recesses, and we're going to do that as well in the recess that we're coming up to next week. Doesn't mean there's not going to be reading or some general practice for children to work on. We want to make sure that, of course, we're reading every day and things like that, but we also recognize that it really is important for our kids to have time to be kids and also have time to travel or engage with family in a manner that is not sort of governed by a school schedule. So know that we are conscious of that, and again, I want to thank my colleagues in the classroom for recognizing the importance of this family time for our children as well. So hopefully holiday homework will be kept to a minimum. I think finally the last thing that I'm going to touch on today, and really we only had one question that got sent in, and it was related to this topic of snow days. Now fortunately, within the next 72 hours, it doesn't seem like we're going to be dealing with any winter weather, so that's a really great thing. But we know as we go into January, February, March, it'll be likely that we'll be dealing with snow. We are going to have snow days, as we have in the past here in the White Plains City School District, and really what we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure that our snow days are used when needed, and that to the extent possible they don't impact the children's future recesses. So for instance, like the spring recess, we only have we have 3 snow days or 3 winter weather days built into the calendar. When those are expended, if we need to use another day to modify the calendar, as you know, they begin to come off of the spring recess. We want to try to avoid that to the extent that we were able. Last year, we came out in a situation where we actually had days available, and then the children's Memorial Day weekend was extended. So everybody, liked that. But then during the winter, of course, it's kind of a tough situation sometimes to make the best call. We always make the call or focusing on safety of our children. So if we need to adjust our calendar, if we need to adjust our school day, we will do so again in the future with as much advance notice as we can give you. We know it's hard for moms and dads and guardians to make adjustments to their work day based on a change in the school day. So we want to keep those changes to a minimum, let you know as soon as we can. But the question is, will we have traditional snow days? And the answer is yes. When we have snow, we'll have traditional snow day. If we have to move to a remote learning situation because of additional days needed or something like that, we will absolutely communicate that with you in advance. But please know that if we have snow, we'll have snow days. So that's it for me, unless we have any additional questions that are coming through right now in real time. And I'll take a look at that in a moment. But I do want to once again, on behalf of the Board of Education, on behalf of my family and everybody here in the school district, I want to thank you all for another amazing year as we wrap up 2022 and look forward to 2023. And hopefully you'll all have a really nice recess next week. So let's see if we have any questions. And I don't. Let me see. I don't see anything right now. And I know if there were any, Mrs. Torres would have run in and she would have given me those questions. So again, thank you everybody. Thanks for taking just a few minutes today. Happy holidays to everyone, and stay safe, stay happy, and stay WP proud. See you in 2023.